On timing. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for an opening statement, 1 minute to answer each question, and then 1 minute for a closing statement. There are league members right in front serving as timers, and they're going to hold up signs that say 30 seconds and stop. And it's important that when you see the stop, you finish that last sentence that you're on. If you feel it's important to continue answering a prior question, you can bring it up either in your closing or an answer to another question if you have time. Also, this forum is a discussion and an opportunity to answer questions. It's not a debate. So we ask the candidates to focus on their own views and not on each other's. The league will not be responsible for the accuracy of candidate statements. We encourage everyone to fact check as needed. This forum is being recorded and will be shared on the league website and Vote 411, as Barb mentioned, and also on the League of Women Voters of Illinois website. So after you go home this evening, if you thought this was helpful, please inform your neighbors and friends and other voters in the area that they can watch the forum on the recorded websites. Any other use of the forum recording requires explicit written approval from the league. You can't take little excerpts and put it into your campaign literature. You have to air the entire recording. A big thank you to the candidates who have taken time to participate in today's forum. Your willingness to serve your community is greatly appreciated. For this first race, which is the Keeneyville Elementary School Board, there are 3 seats that you can vote for. But there are 4 candidates. One, unfortunately, is not with us today. So today we have Tony Carone, we have Amanda Coppola, and we have Lynne Steiner. I'm going to be giving them an opportunity to do their opening statements in alphabetical order. Then we're going to alternate with the questioning, so they'll each have opportunities to be the first, second, or third to answer various questions. And with that, I think we're going to begin. And I'm going to ask Tony, candidate Carone, to give his 2 minute opening statement.
All right. I apologize now, I'm not the best speaker, but I'd like to thank the League of Women's Voters here for Roselle-Bloomingdale. My name is Tony Carone. Actually, my name is Antonio, but I go by Tony. I am been a member of the community here since 2002, and I have 3 kids going through the school system now. One's actually at Lake Park, and I have 2 going through District 20 at the present time. And I have been with the Sheriff's Department for 9 years now, and I've been involved with other boards, so I kind of know the board life. I'm the treasurer on the FOP 109 board, and I'm the treasurer on my union board as well. So I know where to stand, where to go, and how to handle everything that's happening with the boards, and But I've also wanted to do this because my kids are, like I said, 2 of my kids are still at Waterbury at the moment. They're going to be going to Springwood and then off to Lake Park. But when we first moved here, my son, it was going through kindergarten through 5th grade. They changed the math curriculum 3 times on him, and I think he struggled most with math out of all of his things. So that's one of the big things. I want to make sure that the school is going through the curriculum and making it appropriate for the kids, and I want to make sure that everybody going forward has that opportunity. Like now it's been great, the girls are doing great and everything, but I want to make sure that they don't do that again. And but that's my main thing with the school board right now.
Okay, thank you. Next, opening statement from candidate Coppola.
Hi everybody. I also want to echo Tony's thanks to the League of Women Voters in Roselle. For those of you that don't know, I was awarded or appointed a seat on the school board back in September of last year, so I have been a board member for a very short time. In that time, my main goal is to bring more awareness to the special education community. My son Anthony was a District 20 student for 3 years at Springwood Middle School. It was incredibly transformative to his life. I think without his time there, he would not be the student that he is now. He is currently at the Lake Park TAP program. And we owe so much to the staff and the students and to the board at that time who helped enforce inclusion. And my family and I are very much big believers of inclusion. I have been a Roselle resident for going on 10 years now. I married into a family that has instituted in Roselle for the last, I think, 37. So we are diehard Rosellians, if that's what you call us. I do have a daughter who is now at Waterbury and a son who will be there soon. I just want to be able to bring my expertise, if you will, to the board and again, bolster up the special education community. I would love to be able to give those kids a voice, give their families a voice, and make sure that they are made a priority in the community and given the time and the attention that they deserve, as well as give the inclusion and tolerance curriculum to the other students so that they are accepting of them while there are other students around and they're given the same resources and experiences as everybody else. So I will always be an advocate for those students and families, and I hope that if I continue my spot on the board that I can continue to bring more resources to them and their families.
Thank you. And finally, opening statement from third candidate, Candidate Steiner.
Hello. Thank you to the league and for everyone for being here tonight. I'm Lynn and I appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself. I have spent years attending and reporting our schools and our municipalities. I understand how policies are formed, how budgets are managed, and most importantly, how those decisions impact students, families, and teachers. In addition to that, I'm also a small business owner and coach at CrossFit Roselle, where I've spent years building a strong, supportive community and managing a team of employees and annual budgets. Running a business means balancing financial responsibility with long-term growth and sustainability, which directly translates to managing the district's resources wisely. Beyond that, I'm a mom of 2 at Waterbury. My kids are right here. So I personally understand the importance of making sure every student has what they need to thrive in our school district. I want to ensure we're making thoughtful, strategic decisions that support students, teachers, and families. And, I believe in working together, listening to diverse perspectives, and focusing on solutions that serve all students. In my business, everything we do is founded on a mentality of help first. And I would love the opportunity to do that on the board.
Okay, so now we move into our question and answer phase. And I'm going to begin with Candidate Coppola. I may not reread the question every time for expediency's sake, but if you want a question repeated, feel free to say. Candidate Coppola, here's the question. Can you, and the answer is yes right on the spot now, create a 30-second commercial and describe the culture of District 20? Think, how would you describe the culture of District 20 to a parent choosing where they want to raise their kids?
Without getting emotional, I think I can. As I mentioned, my son Anthony was a proud member of the Springwood family, and being on the spectrum is something that I think most parents don't understand what that does to your children and what it does to their expectations as a child. At Springwood, you are going to be welcomed in as a family member. You are going to be included. You are going to be given the same opportunities as every other child. You are going to be encouraged to be yourself, to not hide who you are, to not be ashamed of whatever it is that you believe is holding you back. That was a quick 30 seconds.
That was awesome. Okay, next, Candidate Steiner, your 30-second commercial.
My kids have not been at Waterbury all that long. My oldest is in 3rd grade, my youngest is in 2nd, but every step of the way they've been supported and encouraged. The staff has been welcoming and open to conversations, responsive to questions, and unbelievably helpful. And I can speak for all of our friends who would say the same thing. We've found inclusivity, support, and encouragement every step of the way.
Okay, Candidate Carone.
Right. My kids, like I started with my son, he was started at Waterbury, and even though he struggled there, once he went off to Springwood, I felt that the teachers there did an excellent job getting him back on pace. He's doing a lot. The one class that I was surprised he was doing the best in was algebra at Lake Park now. So the teachers actually there cared, and every time we'd meet with them, they would tell me how much better he got. He would do this, he would just constantly improve. Now my girls, all the teachers there are very supportive of them. They're like very,
Can we keep going?
oh, what was a 30-second commercial, sorry. But my girls there now, you know, they're getting very well educated there, and the teachers are constantly telling us how great they're doing, and you know, they're just very involved now, and it's just one big community. I even though my son's not at Springwood and I have a year gap, I still go back to Springwood and help out with like the pancake breakfast. So it's just a big community for us.
Okay, second question, and this time we begin with candidate Steiner. What is the primary role of a school board member, and how would you carry out these responsibilities effectively?
For the specifics, I would have to say those are going to have to be learned experiences. I know that in my conversations with Farwa that the decisions are based on a 5-year strategic plan. Long-term planning is something that I'm working on extensively within my own business that I'm looking forward to being able to carry over in this capacity as well. And the goal ultimately being to help students, help teachers, help families succeed.
Okay, candidate Carone, same question.
Well, my main reason why I kind of did this, I know there was going to be a role that we're going to have to play in helping with the curriculum and, you know, dispersing it and meeting with teachers. My main thing was actually meeting with the parents, because there's a lot of times that the parents don't really know what the curriculum is actually about at the schools unless they come in. But like I said, I'm big on going out and talking to people and meeting with parents and finding out what their thoughts are, not just mine, because we're a board of what, 7? The parents are 1,000 of us, so there may be more depending on how many students we have. But that's my main concern, is making sure that I'm the voice for the parents and for the teachers. I talk to teachers all the time, and they tell me there's certain teachers at some of the schools that need more help than others, and that's just my main concern of why I'm also trying to do this.
Okay, candidate Coppola, what do you think the responsibilities are?
So what I've learned in my few months on the board is, yes, there's lots of facts and figures and budgets and curriculums and all that kind of stuff, but I think the main reason I'm there is to be a voice for the students and the parents. They need to be represented by real parents within the community who are listening to other concerns of other parents and other students, and to also bring new and fresh things to the district. So one thing I'm working on right now with Ms. Flores at Springwood is to bring Special Olympics to District 20 to give some of those children an opportunity to be an athlete. My son has been one for, oh my God, 10 plus years, I think, and it's, again, an experience that I can explain like no other. So that's one of the projects I'm working on now that the board didn't even consider prior to. So I'm hoping that we can continue to bring new things into the district that will incorporate the children to have new experiences, and then we can deal with the facts and the figures and all that kind of stuff during the board meeting.